In the garage today with the E36. We're gonna put on the first Sam Touch. So yes, this car's been heavily modified before I got it with the LS motor and all the subframe reinforcements, suspension and brakes goodies anyone would desire. However, it's time for me to give it a little style because, say it with me, style matters. Anyway, so I got some trick goods coming. Now inside is already a beautifully clean interior with a Euro spoke wheel. This is the wheel that came off the European E36 M3 3-spoke. It's got the nice red and blue stitching. Maybe I'll get rid of it, maybe I'll keep it. It's a nice 3-spoke Euro BMW wheel. So, however, because the factory wheel does not articulate, it doesn't tilt, it doesn't telescope, it definitely begs for an aftermarket wheel with a little bit more flexibility, especially for someone of my height at 6'3". So today we're going to be putting on a fancy signature Nardi wheel with a deep corn, which means it comes out towards you a little bit more. I got my Momo hub, which is an adapter that goes and fits BMW on one side and then kind of Sparco or Momo on the other side. We got the magical piece, which is the adapter that goes from the Sparco Momo hub to the Nardi wheel, which is an Italian thing. So it's slightly different with its bolt pattern. And then in theory, all the tools you need are going to be this 16mm with an extension 3/8 inch ratchet to take the wheel off from the center bolt. And then also there's a few bolts on the side that take the airbag off there, T25 or T40, depending on what wheel you have. So anyway, it's pretty simple. It should take about maybe 10 minutes, but it'll be a big impact. I'm really looking forward to getting this wheel back on. It was on the Mini for a while, but it really didn't fit the Mini style of driving. The smaller 13-inch Sparco suede wheel is much nicer in the Mini, especially for turn-in and how the Mini handles. So this is going to be much better for the drifting, yeah? The drifting. Okay, let's do it. I lied. On this wheel it was a T30. So you take your T30 and you turn your car on and you turn the wheel 90, and then right behind here where I'm pointing there's 2 screws, and that's going to free up the airbag. So we don't want any accidents or shocks or anything like that to go through the system. So we come back to our battery and we have our nice little battery easy shut off. So just unscrew this, put that on earlier. It's kind of a nice thing to have. The battery is off now because you could tell because there's no trunk light. And now we're safer to remove the airbag. Safer. Let's see what happens. Yes. Once you take that bomb off the car, then you can basically straighten your wheel out and then index it, so it's nice and straight, and then use the 16mm to take off the center spline nut. Important to note that the 2 T30s on the sides stay captive in the wheel, and the main spline bolt here comes out. Now before you take the wheel off, that's when you want to center it. Don't worry about its orientation when you're taking the bolt out, but before you take the wheel off, you want to make sure to center the wheel perfectly. So we're hoping to bring the wheel much closer, 2 to 3 inches towards me. So I might even need to get a second extension. The hub and the deep corn wheel might not be enough. So it will be custom and it will be cool. And it will fit to a 6'3" human. It's just strange the Germans didn't make it telescoping or articulating, because they come in all shapes and sizes too. Ta-da! The red one is the horn and the black and yellow one is the airbag, I'm pretty sure. Be careful disconnecting. You can see the spline is very fragile, so take your time. Then the hub, then the adapter, then the wheel. Maybe we'll figure out the horn at some point in the future. finished product. Looks pretty good. Italian wheel, American engine, German car. Why not? Makes complete sense. So now that the Mini's in Maryland, I gotta get it street legal, and that means I gotta get tags, which means I gotta replace the seatbelts and the horns. So for now, I put the stock seats back in, so I get the stock seatbelts. Woo! And then more importantly, I need to make the stock horn work again, which is difficult because I completely removed the clock spring, which is the thing that makes it work. So behind that, the wiring loom is right here, and this is the connector. It's X10195, and pin 6 is the horn, and there's like 3 grounds you can choose from, but the bottom line is, haha, Eureka! So now I just need to take those 2 and extend them into a switch, a momentary switch. That uses the stock relay and the stock horns. Voila! The switch. I'd like to get a momentary at some point, but toggle's cool for now.
One, two, three.